All right, for 9.6, we're going to talk about the surface areas of prisms and cylinders. So, we figured out the volumes of prisms and cylinders, but now we're going to figure out the area around the whole shape. So, if you have a shape like a box, I'm incredibly bad at drawing these. Okay, so you have this box. You're trying to find the surface area of all of it. If it was an equal, even box, like say 2 inches by 2 inches, you could say, well, the area of this one side is 2 times 2, which is 4, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 4 times 6 is 24. You could do it something simple like that, but when you have shapes that are not squares or cubes, perfect cubes, then you need a formula. And so our formula is this. It's surface, so you should get your formula card and write this down. Surface area equals 2b, that's our big base, plus L. Well, what is L? So L is, plus our perimeter times height. So let's draw that cube again. Okay, here's your base, and you want to find the area of your base, and then you're going to times it by 2, so it's this base and this base added together. Now to find the area of the rest of this, you're going to find the perimeter of this base, and then you're going to find the height here, and you're going to multiply those two together, because basically what you're doing is you're taking this perimeter that many times all the way down to here. And that's going to give you the area from here to here and all the way around. Okay? So the first one they give us is this rectangle. Or I don't know what you call them when they're... Let me draw it this way. Okay, so we have this rectangular thing. And over here we have 6 inches. This is 8 inches. Clearly I did not draw this proportionately, and that's 12. So the first thing we're going to do is find our base. Well, this little rectangle on the bottom is our base. To find the area of B, we just take 8 times 12. So B equals 8 times 12. Well, what does 8 times 12 equal? 12 times 8, 6, 96. So that's 96. So we can plug that into our formula over here. We have S equals 2 times 96 plus our perimeter is this is the perimeter of this base. Okay, so 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 12, which is going to equal 2 times 8 plus 2 times 12. So that's 16 plus 24, which equals 40. So over here, we're going to have 40 times our height, which is 6. So 2 times 96 is 192. Then we're going to add 240. And our surface area is going to be 192 plus 240, 432 inches squared. Okay, and that's the surface area. So there's a lot of lot of things you have to do to figure out the surface area. Let's try another shape that's not a cube shape. Let's try prism. So we have this fun prism. Okay, and it gives us that this here is 3 feet, 8 feet, 7 feet, 5 feet, and 5 feet. Okay, so the very first thing we have to do is find our base. Well, this is going to be our base, and we know for a triangle, base is going to equal 1/2 base times height. So that's going to be 1/2 8 times 3, which is going to be 4 times 3, which equals 12. So S equals 2 times 12 plus, so the perimeter of our triangle is just going to be 5 plus 5 plus 8. That's our perimeter, and that's going to be 18. So it's 18 times our height, which is 7, and then we work that out. So S equals 2 times 12, 24, plus 18 times 7, which is 126. We add those together, and we get 150 feet squared. Okay? Well, what about if we have a cylinder? Easy enough with these prisms, but let's say we have this. Then what do we do? Well, of course, they give us a new formula, and it's the same thing. It's still going to be S equals 2B plus L, but now it's going to be base is the area of a circle, so S equals 2 times pi r squared plus L, which is 2, no, yep, I guess that's right. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be 2 times pi r, because that's the circumference, right? That's our perimeter, and then our height, h. So let's look at what the first one they give us. They have a radius of 4. Our radius is 4, and our height is 6.2. So let's plug that in. So we have 2 times pi 4 squared. Well, that's going to be 2 times pi 16. And that's going to equal about 100.48 plus pi times 4 times 6.2, and that times 2. And what do we get there? Well, let's see. We're gonna, if we type that into our calculator, that's going to give us approximately 155.74. And then we add those together, and real fast we get 256.2. Because we rounded to the nearest tenth, which on all of your homework for this assignment, you should round to the nearest tenth. Okay. So make sure you have these formulas written down, both the S equals 2B plus L, and then the definitions of what is B when you're working with a cylinder, and what is L when you're working with a cylinder. Okay? And for your assignment, you're going to do 1 through 12 all. So if you don't have any questions, you can get started. But if you do have questions, raise your hand and I'll come and help you.